11177 Beechwood, Taylor. Okay, anywhere you see boulders, we're pulling them out, we're running a new trench, we're grading, we're mulching. Because you're not going to be able to do any of that with these boulders here. And the boulders look like crap anyway. So you might have to bring some extra boulders. He said go ahead and widen the radius, if you need to. And he wants the boulders down in the trench, and this all graded and mulched. So it's just going to be brown mulch. Any of this we're going to be mulching. And anything like that you think looks bad, he doesn't care if you pull it out just to make it look good. If you do pull some of this stuff out and you want to add lilies that aren't these lilies, just to make it easier, go ahead. Because it's a big job, and it should look good when it's done. So this is all mulched. Take any of this stuff out, the dirt, and get it mulched, because it's not graded right at all. You can remove whatever you got to remove. You can cut back whatever you got to cut back. You can take out whatever you want to take out to get the mulch in properly. So this is all mulched. This is all mulched. Get the weeds out. Every last weed you see that's not in a good spot. I don't know what weeds would be in a good spot. That was strangely worded, but you get what I'm saying. You can trim this bush here. You can trim this tree. We're going around the whole property, and we're not resetting the walls or pressure washing or anything. So up here, just get the weeds out, get the mulch down. Any tree that looks like this, we're cutting a natural edge and mulching it. This area over here, we're picking out the boulders, and we're going to widen the radius of the boulders so that you can see them, and make a different shaped wall. And it could be the same shape, but just expand it out, and then cleaned up. You don't care about these little tiny hostas. You can rip them out. It makes it easy to mulch. Just get all this out and grade it so you can get thick mulch. Anywhere there's weed barrier, he said just pull it out, or you don't have to pull it out if it's not needed. And any type of space you can make, like clearing out all these hostas in this geranium or not, just do it. He did want the meters cleared out, so all this garbage cleared out. Reset the boulders, mulch. These are fine. Trim out the stuff that's not supposed to be there, and just make sure that nothing you see is but the purple. Take out the hostas or don't. It's up to you just to make this look good. Reset all the boulders into a trench. You got all of this weed mat. You can cut that out, because all that's got to be taken out. And regrade this and remulch it and get a nice thick layer of mulch. No weed mat. If there's some weed mat left in there, it don't matter. That's okay. Here, he said he wants this built in the same manner. So it looks to me to be just, he don't care. He's real easygoing. He just said set up some wood posts, frame up some lattice, and bolt it up and make it look like this, and cut this down, and cut those posts down and do nothing over there. So rebuild this kind of thing. And he'd be even open to something different, but this is all he could think of, and that's all I could think of. I was thinking like white picket fence, but they take forever to build. So I was like, just do something with wood. So come up with some ideas, but currently it's just posts, framed lattice, just to hide the AC. Boulders, reset the boulders, mulch this tree, cut a natural edge around this and around this. Do like a around that. Remove the sod and mulch that. This tree, he wants sod there, so grade and sod. Over here, reset the boulders, get rid of all the weeds, and then we're doing a perennial garden, a spring, summer, fall perennial garden. So you'll just make whatever kind of garden you want. I'm going to tell Hugh the square footage, and he's going to set up perennials for us. And over here, we're doing a French drain, and he wants it graded here to push the water into the French drain. So the French drain is going to come through here, and a grade sod behind me, what I just pointed at, and it's going to come through here. You got some roots and stuff, but the cool thing is this is all going to be rock, so the French drain don't even have to be that deep. And you can check this out and see if it's something that you can go into the side of. And if it's not, then you can just figure out a way to spill it out over here. But the idea is to drill into it. He wants this gone. And then we are basically going to take bronze edge from this spot right here, and we're going to cut it in to the basin. And then there's like boulders here. You'll have to expose them, and it's not that big of a deal even if you don't. And then we're also taking bronze edge starting around anywhere in here, and you're just going to make some kind of shape. Probably want to stay out of the way of the roots, so maybe start over here, and then you're going to go here and come around this tree, and then you can do whatever shape you want in here, but you're going to go into these boulders, which are resetting these boulders and mulching this, and you're taking out that tree, by the way, and this is all getting mulched. But this whole area is getting river rocked from behind that shed over there, wrapping all the way around to the line of the woods, and all in front of this tree, all this river rocked. You won't have to cut that much of it out because it's already pretty low. And the nice thing about that is your French drain, you can basically just leave it open and you just put rocks right over the top of it. You don't have to fill it in with soil. And he said just grab a couple patio blocks and set them through the river rock to get to the shed. Any of these extra boulders that you have here and here, you can use to make the new shapes around, like where you're expanding it and all that. And you may have to bring some of your own. Here we're resetting these boulders and mulching. Over here we're removing this bush entirely and we're planting a quick fire hydrangea. Here we are removing this arborvitae and we're planting a 5-foot arborvitae right there. We're not doing any type of mulching or anything on this berm. No natural edge, nothing. Over here we're resetting these boulders and mulching and grading. Here we're getting rid of all this stuff and then we're mulching this. Here we're removing all this dogwood and we're going to plant 2 quick fire hydrangeas, resetting the boulders around here. If you want to mulch this area, it might need it because of what we're doing, taking the trees out, but we didn't specifically talk about it. Here, reset the boulders, mulch this area. Here, he wants all this taken out except for the sedums, and we're going to plant 3 sedums, 1 here and 2 here, because they're going to expand or whatever. And then we're grading all this and mulching it and getting rid of all this, and then we're cutting a natural edge around the tree and mulched, and he wants it to look better than these guys is, so you got to do a really good natural edge. And natural edge around here and mulch. And the guy's really open. If you think like, oh, you just want a natural edge around that, you think it looks better, you can make suggestions. Or you don't want to put these boulders back because it's going to look stupid now that just the hydrangeas are there. You can do that too. He just discuss it with him. He's really easygoing. He just wants it to look good. So, and any of this weed block out and regrade all that and get nice thick mulch. So that's everything. Okay.